This is Dr. Brian Rosino, and I am at the beach with my family. And look at me, I'm on a device, looking at a screen. Isn't that terrible? Or is it? A lot of us as parents, we struggle with this idea about screen time. And we kind of want this to be something that we can get our hands around because it's really difficult. We never had to grow up with the screens and the electronics that we see now. And no other parent, no other generation has dealt with this as a problem. And so when I see numbers that come out on, how much screen time is good for your child, how much screen time is bad for your child, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Those numbers, if even the good quotes are based on research, I got to tell you, it's very limited research, and the numbers that are coming out are, averages that are based on a lot of variety. So nobody knows, folks. Here's what I would say, though. Screens are not bad. Screens can actually do a wonderful thing for the family. It can give everybody a breather. It can get everybody a break. People get to do their own things. They enjoy themselves. That's fine. A screen, 2 hours on the screen during a rainy day, is not a crime. It's 2 hours when it's sunny out and a friend wants to come over to play. That might be an issue. So what we want to look out for is we want to make sure, does the child still have opportunities for boredom? Because I call them opportunities for boredom because they are just that. Our kids need these moments to come up with their own ideas of things to do and to let their minds reset automatically, disengage from the constant stimulation. The other thing is there still room in their life for them to do that thing that's non-screen based that they're really interested in? Can they do those things? And is there enough time? Are they making enough time to do those things and be involved in the world around them outside of the screen? Really important. Are they getting enough sleep? Are they eating? I know the eating part might be a surprise to some people, but I'll tell you what, if you got a gamer in your house, you're going to get somebody who's probably taking their food, they're bringing it to the computer. Those are things that you can separate. You can start to separate that stuff. You're going to eat, you come with us, we're going to talk, we're going to hang out, or at least you're just not going to have your screen, okay? The eating part is important for nutritional piece, but it's also important because there is a very heavy social component. And that is where we do have a lot of research. We know that families that eat together, have meals together, actually overall are doing better in terms of social, emotional health and connection to each other. So we want to maintain that as much as possible. We also want to maintain FaceTime. Are we getting enough FaceTime with each other? Are we able to be with each other and talk and connect? Do I feel like I know what's going on with my kid? Those are important moments that we need to protect. Okay. So really, it's not about banning screens. It's not about screens being evil. It's about, cordoning off really important, I don't know, call them load-bearing moments or activities in the child's life, in your life, so that they are not affected by the screens. If one of these things is getting eaten into, if one of these things like, opportunities for boredom, or they're disengaging from things that they like, or they're not engaging with other people, they're not having enough time, FaceTime socially with other people, then you really want to pause and take a look and start to think about where the screens might be encroaching, and you need to kind of beat them back a little bit. But having opportunities to engage in the screen and, in fact, to do things together, being curious about what your child is into, which we cover in another video, what do you do when your child's obsession is very boring and foreign to you. Really what I suggest is, taking an interest, having them explain it to you, maybe pulling up a chair, looking at what they're doing, but try to be unobtrusive, just see if you can observe and have them tell you a little bit about it instead of becoming an annoyance or, somebody who questions, why would you like this? It's easy to kind of get into that phase. But being curious, okay? We always want to maintain this. Be curious instead of getting furious about what's happening. So the screens are not the enemy. They're to be brought in and balanced into our daily life. It's worth repeating, nobody, no family, no parent, no generation has had to deal with screens like we're dealing with them today. And so people really don't have a firm answer on this. And I don't think that there's any one universal answer, honestly. I think that it's really much has a lot to do with the culture of the family. It has to do with the people in the family. It can be very individually based. But I would say that the thing that is um, probably the thing that we can count on is those moments where protecting those moments of connection, making sure that your child has something they're interested in that they can do that's non-screen based, giving them opportunities to be bored and flounder a little bit, and also making sure they get enough face-to-face time, not with you but also with other kids their age, doing things that they like. Those are the things that we really want to focus on. And if you're doing that and you're making sure that there's plenty of that going on in their life, which is subjective, I understand, but if that is happening, you're really working at that, then good job, mom and dad. Good job, parents. And I think that you're going to be just fine. It's going to be something that we're going to have to watch, though. It's a line that's going to be pushed. And, we're going to have to really kind of think strategically about how we can protect these times. But if you're doing that, I think that you're doing your kids a great service. Thanks for stopping by Raising Real Humans. And if you like the content that you're seeing on this station, please like and subscribe, share with your friends that you might think it is of interest or use to. And thanks again for stopping by, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll see you again soon. I'm going to get back to my family. They're probably downstairs wondering where I'm at. I got a puzzle to put together. Bye, guys. Talk to you soon.